Hello, YouTubers. Welcome to the final vocabulary video of the year. We're going to talk about globalization and its effect on the modern world, and kind of like what are the big themes of the most recent period in history of the world. And it really has been this theme of globalization. So we're going to take a look at this theme of globalization, and we're going to relate it to a couple other themes, which include the environment and the global economy. So let's start excuse me, with this word globalization. It's a loaded term, and it means a lot of things. Essentially what it means, I know that's my favorite word, is essentially. But at its very essence, the word globalization means that the world is interconnected and has gotten smaller because of our contacts with one another across this great planet have grown greater, faster, and we are more interconnected. So it basically reflects the interconnected nature of life on this planet right now. We are truly living in a time where we are more global than before. There are very few places that are completely untouched by the rest of the world. And so if we look at globalization, we look in a few different categories. And technologically, our new innovations have created faster, better sources of information all across the planet. So this is kind of the heart of globalization, that these new technologies have allowed for an ever-expanding means of contacting each other on this world. This has effects in a lot of different areas. Culture. We are moving closer toward a global culture where there are certain parts of our culture that are shared by other people, and mass media really produces this effect. Languages are accessed in many different parts of the world. We're using right now this YouTube video could be viewed by thousands, millions of people all across the planet. My phone's ringing. This is embarrassing. Hold on for one moment. Speaking of technology. Hello, this is Mr. Bartlett. Hi, Miss Kimmy. How are you? I'm good. Okay, I will do that. Oh, no, my room is still quite a mess. So, I don't know. Oh, you mean from the attack on Friday? Oh, yeah, my TA came in and I had her just do that for the whole time. So, yeah. Okay, thank you. I will set the alarm when I leave. All right, bye. Look at that. Globalization in action. I just got a call all the way from the main office. I know that was kind of a lame example, but I have to set the alarm when I leave the school. So we have new technologies which allow us to communicate with one another. This YouTube video I was interrupted in saying will be seen by thousands, if not millions of people all across the planet to get them information. It'll be seen by maybe 10, 20 of my own students, but whatever. You get the idea. We can communicate with anybody, anywhere, and send these messages like never before. So this is our sharing culture, and our sharing of technology, and our sharing of ideas. Politically, if I have a message to send, I can get that message out to the rest of the world using various forms of media, including the self-produced media that is YouTube. Migration is affected by this. People who see and can access where their life might be better politically or economically then pick up and move there. And when people move from one place to another, they tend to bring with them aspects of their culture and their ideas, and they also tend to lose some of those things into the places that they go to kind of blend in. So we're seeing more integration and more meshing of societies, and really no idea of distinct cultural values, because all of us kind of do things that are practiced in other parts of the world. So my perfect example is coffee, right? Coffee is a perfect example of a global economic commodity, because coffee is not grown here in my corner of the world, which is Tacoma, Washington. Coffee is grown in the coffee belt, in the tropics. But in order to get this sweet nectar of the gods, I have to engage in the global economy. So I go to the grocery store, which gets its coffee sourced from many different distributors of coffee, who get their coffee from roasters of coffee, who get their coffee from the growers or the buyers of green coffee from the coffee belt, who get their coffee from farmers who live in the tropics, who get their coffee from the land. And it's just a interconnected, global, awesome thing that allows me to drink at least 8 cups of this a day. So we rely on globalization for a lot of our products. There's not a single person, at least in my classroom, who makes their own clothes. They come from every corner of the world. If we look at our world map, we can see that. Notice the world map over there. The tags that I have on the world represent the tags of my 5th period class's shirts. We tore them off and put them on the map, and we can see that they come from a lot of different places, mostly developing nations, but it represents kind of our interconnected global economy. So that being said, there's many multinational corporations which have sprung up in the recent age which dominate the global economy. And so multinational corporation is just one that operates globally, that uses this global economic structure in order to gain success. Not the mom and pop store on the corner that sells, I don't know, radios or doodads or chairs. We're talking about now that mom and pop store can become multinational, can become international by posting their products on the internet, where people from across the world can buy and sell things. Multinational corporations which have become most successful recently have been oil companies and motor companies, and Walmart. Walmart takes full advantage of the global economy by importing massive amounts of goods. Did you guys know that 10% of all items that are imported from China into the United States, of all the items from China that are coming to the United States, 10% of them go to Walmart. Walmart controls 10% of Chinese imports. It's pretty crazy. As a result, the United States has access to cheap products from Walmart that have been imported directly to them, and they skip that middleman distribution aspect of it, and they sell them directly to you for a cheap price. One of my students pointed out that you can get a t-shirt at Walmart for $4.88. And that's roughly the cost of what it actually costs to produce a t-shirt. It actually costs more like $1 in materials and production, but when you put in shipping, it gets it up there. So this is another aspect of the global economy and globalization and multinational corporations. Lastly, and the last word in this course is environmentalism and the environmental movement. So I talked about the green movement a few videos ago. That was reforming farming techniques and using intensive irrigation and pesticides and herbicides and fertilizers to grow more food, including genetically modified crops that produce bigger yields. But the environmental movement is one which aims to protect our finite resources on the planet. We've noticed that the uninhibited growth of big business and industry has led to environmental destruction. And so we have unprecedented levels of toxins in our atmosphere, in our groundwater, in the air, and all around us. And so the big key for the future is how do we deal with our global environmental problems? How do we shift from becoming users of finite natural resources to becoming a sustainable economic product, world, globe? There's no better way to end a video than awkwardly, so I'll just do that. And I hope you guys are awesome, and I will see you later. I'll try to post some other stuff up here, study guide style things for the AP exam. Take care. Be awesome.